your level of excitement, anticipation, and enthusiasm going into this year, when in the past you've been picked to finish really high, maybe and win the whole thing. It's that this year and even more so, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at our roster, you look at the health of everyone on this team. It's good. It's good to have that pressure. I think fact of the matter is not a lot of teams get that pressure going into a season. So for us, we honor that. We embrace that. Very excited of what's to come this year. Since I've been here, I think we've yet to put a full, healthy season with everybody in uniform. So a lot of optimism there of what we can accomplish when we're all full strength. So very excited. I think this year is, definitely a great opportunity to win and win big. And I think everybody feels and senses that. So, day one, we're going to get after it.
Waiting for Clipper Darrell to cheer over there. Let's go. In the front.
Hey, PG. Chris with Back Sports Page. A couple questions. You're real close with John Wall. How's the relation been as far as that with him? And what can you expect from John this year to help get you guys over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, John is definitely a piece I think was needed. You talk about how much we put on Reg's plate, especially with myself being out more than half of the season and Kawhi missing last season. I think so much was put on Reg's plate to where I think the addition of John will help shoulder a lot of that facilitating and playmaking. And I think what he brings and where the value is so huge for us is his transition game. That was like one of the things teams did against us was crash the boards because there was no, transition game from us. They wasn't worried about that. I think with John, his ability to play and sprint up and down and get going and transition, I think kind of keeps teams honest. They can't crash everybody. And he rebounds as well as any guard. So he's definitely a piece that was needed. And I'm excited. That's been a brother of mine for a long time. We came in this league together. And so, I'm happy that I'm sure the Clipper Nation will embrace him, and this will be a great home for him.
And we'll come to Law.
We saw you and Kawhi. There we go. Hey, PG, we saw you and Kawhi kind of pose together over there and laughing and have a good time. How excited are you to play with him again this season after not being able to at all last season?
Yeah, I mean, real excited. I'm more excited, obviously, of him being healthy. That's first and foremost. I've seen his whole work throughout the second he got injured to the work he put into this offseason, going into this season. I've been in that position of being out and having to rehab a whole season. So, I got to watch, from the outside to see how much work he put into this year. Really excited for him to get a chance to do what he loves to do and get back on the court. Obviously, after that, it's excitement of getting to play with, the best two-way player in the game. And, it's just excitement, stepping back on that floor, being full strength, both of us healthy again. I think, it's back to what Clipper Darrell envisioned when we first got here. He get a chance to see it again. So, we're excited about that. Got you, dog.
Law Murray with The Athletic. Good to see you, man. Wave spending again on Media Day. It's been a few years. You and Kawhi, this is year 4 together. And obviously when y'all got here, standing on a stage like this, it was, y'all were new, but it was y'all team in a way. But things are different now. And Lawrence was praising the leadership that y'all two showed over the offseason, getting guys together. The season didn't end the way that you wanted. You weren't able to play in the game that the team was eliminated in. Mm-hmm. What was that mindset, not just to get ready to work for what you needed, but also to connect with him and lead this team like y'all have been here for 4 years?
Yeah, I think both of us kind of internally had a promise. I know I did for myself to bring a championship here. And then when you look at how close we were 2 years back, the year Kawhi got hurt, how close we were. And I didn't want to give everything or leave anything on the table that I could have done more. So I thought it was very important this summer to keep guys connected, stay together, get workouts together. And it was more just off the court stuff. I didn't really care about the on the court stuff. We'll get to that when camp starts. But it was more just getting guys together, being able to laugh. Norm and Rocco was new additions. So kind of wanted to speed them up on the team and make them comfortable from jump. You know, we've been here. This core has kind of been here for years now. And when you look at the teams that win and are very successful, as teams that have been together and gel and connect. And that's kind of where my mindset was this summer. Just stay together, build the chemistry, the camaraderie. And I thought we got a lot out of it. So definitely going into camp tomorrow, I think, you know, we know one another. We know what to expect. We know how to pull the best out of one another. And just iron out any wrinkles we got going forward.
Go ahead.
Hey, BG. Day here with TG Sports. I wanted to ask you, what's the focus going into training camp tomorrow? Like, what are some things you're ready to tell the guys, like, hey, we're going to leave it all on the court this season? And really, like, you know, from your off season to, like, training camp, what is, like, the main focus for you?
I think the main focus for the team, our depth is so good, our team is so deep that I think we can't take that for granted, the minutes that we get. You know, I think in a way we should have the Team USA approach, looking at the roster. I mean, our roster has definitely gotten better. So, I mean, that's probably the biggest reason. I think when Kawhi went down, Lawrence's or the team's T-Lou's approach of having T-Man play more minutes, Luke play more minutes, Amir get minutes. A lot of our young guys, I think, grew so much when Kawhi went down to where, you know, now if we're faced with obstacles, he's pretty confident in the group. And I think the group is confident in each other, having given those minutes and put in those positions. You know, last year those guys were in, you know, some tough games. They were in games that came down to the wire, and they won some and they lost some. But I think being put in those positions as a young player, it helps with your confidence going forth, and it helps with your maturation as a player going forward. So I think it was a lot of value. Granted, you know, you don't want to see your best player go down and an injury at all, for that matter. But there was a lot of value, I think, gained from Kawhi being out and myself being out. I think there was a lot of minutes there as well. And then the new guys that came in, Norm and Rocco. I know Norm didn't play as much because of injury as well, but Rocco got a ton of minutes, and we got to see what Rocco looked like.
Gentleman in the back.
Hello, Paul. How you doing back here? My question to you is, as far as your wings go, you all have the ability now with a lot of size on the wings. What's your expectations defensively of what you all can do this season?
I mean, we can switch everything. I think that's the beauty and the scary part about our team now. We can switch everything and still not give up a basket. A lot of times when teams are switching, there's still a weak link that a team would try to isolate and go at. You can't do that with us if we switch. Our speed, our length, our athleticism, and I think just our individual defensive IQ and our hands, quick hands, quick feet across the board. We got guards that rebound like John. You know, I think it's going to be a real problem. And then when we get a stop, we're going to the other end. It's pressure for teams to guard that. If we got a team or a personnel on the court that's all wings, it's tough for teams to have to guard that and match up against that. So it's going to cause some coaches, and you know, it really might transcend the league to where the game might go to 5-out wings on the floor. You know, we could be that kind of team that teams try to emulate because of the success hopefully we have doing it.